Ready.
We introduced our biggest red carpet yet, so of course we had to make everything bigger and better here and kick things up a notch, cementing the esports space in the lifestyle world. And joining us tonight, we have the lovely Effie and Tasty Steve giving us all the action from the press pit. And I'm honestly so excited. We just met them. They're the sweetest people ever. And with
Tasty Steve, the ravishing Miss
Effie, and
Hey.
may I say, Steve, you look so dapper yourself.
Well, I appreciate that. All of our lovely hosts look really good, but let's talk to them about what we have here.
We are so excited to show you around. In our corner over there, Steve, we've got the fan shop.
Okay, and you can get like jerseys, something cool that you like. But what if you don't want that? Well, let's just say you want something a little spritzy. We have our amazing mocktail bar, just in case you get a little bit thirsty.
I don't know, Steve. What if I'm in the mood for something a little caffeinated?
Well, look, we have the coffee arcade. All you got to do is go over here and check it out. It's called the coffee arcade because you can get coffee, little caffeine, and you get to play some games in the meantime. With that, we also get the opportunity to show you a little bit more because that's not the only thing we have left for them, right?
Of course. Last but not least, we've got the reset studio behind us where our lovely panel will walk you through every moment.
Well, with that being said, let's...
But breathtaking.
Yeah. What are some experiences that you've had so far?
And I thought, Americans weren't the most liked abroad, but everyone has been so kind, genuine, and sweet to us, and I really appreciate that.
And honestly, I want to bring this over here. The fits are fitting, guys. Also, I see the dunks in here.
You gotta check it out.
We got the Nike sock check. We're staying comfy. They're higher than the quarters too. All right, we gotta talk your game here. What inspired the streetwear?
I kind of like to keep it a little bit fun, I'm dress shoes, I put them on. I was feeling a little bit too dressed up. I was like, let me get back to how I like my swag. So, threw on the New Balances. There we go. Kept it clean. Flex the suit. Little Hugo Boss action for you guys at home. Compliments of my brother's wedding, so had to get cleaned up.
Well, you look very clean. And over here, we got another very clean suit. Is this another shout-out suit?
No, I have no idea where it's from, but I've had it for a couple of years, and yeah.
It gets the job done. That's all that matters.
Again, part of that street black tie apparel that is the iconic look here on the red carpet for the Esports Awards. Gents, if you encapsulated the 2024 year, what is one word that you would use for yourself this year?
Momentum.
To celebrate the local culture here, heritage, and I love the little pop of color.
Looks beautiful. Can you do a Gorgeous, gorgeous. And can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what it is that you're here representing?
Sure, I'm Rachel Brill, and I work with Kadia, and we're building a world-first gaming and esports district.
And is this your first ever esports awards that you've attended?
It is the first esports awards, and this is such a beautiful environment. I'm excited to be here, excited to celebrate the nominees and the winners and present a Streamer of the Year award.
That's beautiful. And I have to ask, did you ever imagine that esports would grow to become what it is today?
I have not, but I love to say that gaming and esports has truly eclipsed pop culture because gaming culture is the new pop culture. So it's very exciting. It's an exciting night.
I would say so too. There's been such a transition in what the mainstream entertainment looks like. And yeah, one more question actually. Is there any award today that you're looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to Streamer of the Year, not because we're presenting it, but because we've actually at Kadia had an opportunity to work with a lot of these streamers, and they help bring the enthusiasm for what Kadia is building, and that's what I'm excited about.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to me. Back to you, Herc and Dagon.
Thank you so much, Effie. Again, great to see, again, all the representation here from all different parts from the esports community. And speaking of getting in different parts of the esports community, Herc, you're obviously known in Rocket League, but you had the opportunity to do multiple events this year.
Yeah, this has been a really big year. This is my first year, I guess you would say going pro, my first year casting RLCS. I got to do a couple other events, and this year I dipped my toes into League of Legends.
Yeah.
We got to go host over at the LCS in LA for a little bit. It was an incredible experience, undescribable, and honestly, I feel like the same could be said for you, because you got to move over to LCK.
Yep, I made the move over to Korea. I'm now in the
Awards, and we all just come together. We celebrate one last time. But before all the craziness ends, it actually has to start. We're only at the beginning of the night here, so we've got some special people to come and hang out with us.
Yeah, right now I think Steve's hanging by with someone. So, Tasty Steve, take it away.
Welcome back, Digon. Guys, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm getting to talk to some of the amazing talent.
Was a show.
JC
An incredible experience, undescribable, and
Fun, you know. I'm dress shoes. I put them on. I was feeling a little bit too dressed up. I was like, let me get back to how I like my swag.
indescribable and
Fun, you know. I'm dress shoes. I put them on. I was feeling a little bit too dressed up. I was like, let me get.
Speaking of how it's grown, you've already been nominated. You've already been won before. Talk to us about being in Riyadh and being at another esports awards.
Every time I speak about Riyadh, I say two things, and this is really important if you ever come to Riyadh or you come back to Riyadh. Number one, chicken shawarma, okay? Number one, that is what you need. Number two, Spanish latte. Those are the two things I tell everyone. And number three, all of the people that have been so lovely to me here. I mean, it's been incredible. Esports is my life, but to come to a country where I feel like I can really consume all of the culture has been incredible. I'm a big foodie. I'm a big coffee snob. I get all of those boxes ticked, and I'm very happy every time I come here. So, I mean, every year, bring me back because, you know, Spanish latte kind of girl.
Definitely, Spanish latte is definitely on my list. And I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you follow. This is definitely one of my favorite people that I've met recently. But I believe Digon is on the stage with Mr. Jonathan X.
That's right. Joining us is legendary, I would say. You know, like
there might be a little bit of hype there.
Director, my first director ever in esports. I'm not sure if he remembers that one. Back over at the LCS in Los Angeles, Jonathan X. He's done all the shows, all the award shows, multiple different live shows, a lot of esports across any title that you can think of. Mr. Jonathan X, and he is the director of our show here at the Esports Awards 2024. How does it feel to finally see it come to fruition?
A lot of work went in planning. A lot of work went into the setup. A wonderful cast of technicians from around the world. I call them my United Nations production team. It's wonderful. A couple days of solid team building, rehearsal, getting things together. So I think we're going to have an excellent show, and I think the viewers will have a good time watching.
Now, I want to make this a little bit more personal. Obviously, hearing the story about Digon being one of his first directors. I mean, what has it been like throughout your career up until this moment? How much change has there been?
Well, to be honest with you, since I'm kind of old school, back in the early days when I first started, we were shooting on film. That's how long it's been. And seeing the changes in technology from analog to digital to HD to AR, XR, and then it's been fascinating. Yeah.
When it comes to you in esports, what is one of the best memories of a show that you've directed in esports? And I'm not trying to single it out as like this is the best game, but just when it comes to those moments that you feel when you're alive.
I think for me, it's the community itself. The biggest thing I notice about esports and the gaming community was how easy everyone was to work with, right? And the willingness to learn. I mean, bridging the old school television technology, production techniques, etc., and then adapting that technology and production techniques to gaming and esports, and the willingness from young talent. Like you said, I was your first director. You're my first interview, being interviewed for the first time in my career. So I would say just the attitude and spirit of the community, and then embracing old school technologies with new school technologies, and then making those adjustments to say what your gaming community is used to seeing on a stream, and then trying to translate some of that to traditional broadcast techniques. So it's really like a hybrid merger of old school and new school, and what's going to be coming in the next generation of technology.
Well, again, thank you so much. So many different broadcast teams have gone through your knowledge book, and you've done a great job teaching and elevating esports production throughout.
I really appreciate that, because the biggest thing for me personally is embracing the next generation, right? And sometimes I teach classes at Cal State Northridge, and with the younger generation, or say the next generation, and then imparting that knowledge, that experience, that life experience, and then finding that how young people are willing to absorb that information and share it, and not come across like your grandfather. Now, in my day, we used to do it like this, but instead, how can we adapt that to this, to what's coming next? So that's been wonderful for me.
Well, speaking of adapting, I'm sure you got a lot on your plate tonight to adapt to with all the challenges that might be thrown your way. Yes. So thank you for hanging out. We'll let you get back to running the ship. And guys, we're going to send this one over to Effie.
Welcome back. I'm here with Hans, and I gotta say, our guests today look fantastic. Tell me what you're wearing.
I mean, simple black suit, right? But try to keep it a little bit casual, on the smart casual side, I guess. Cup Fund players over the last few weeks. I'm responsible for the team and player relations, and I'm also doing the special projects here at the Esports World Cup Foundation, basically managing